Okay, so the stock has been boiling for just about 8 hours, and this is what we have so far. We have this incredibly rich, almost creamy broth that's coming out. A lot of the gelatins and connective tissues, like I said, have broken down. You can see a lot of fats that we're going to skim the fat off in a bit, but we're not done yet. This is the stage that we need to add the final ingredients to the stock, the mirepoix that we prepared earlier, and the sachet de piece. The sachet de piece is an arrangement of a few herbs and spices that we're going to add that kind of act like a tea bag to add some flavor to the stock. Here's some parsley stems, some fresh thyme, bay leaves, peppercorn, and garlic. At the last minute, I'm going to crush that garlic, wrap all of it into the cheesecloth that you see here, and add it directly to the stock as a bag. That way it'll be a little easy to bring that out at the end, and you don't have ingredients simmering all over the place. Now, I did mention that it's also time to add the mirepoix. I've had the mirepoix sitting in the refrigerator while the stock has cooked overnight, and I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. And that's going to finish the stock. We're going to let that continue to simmer for at least another hour. I'm going to let it go for another 3 hours to really incorporate the flavors of the mirepoix and reduce the stock volume a little bit. I had the lid on the stock overnight just to keep the volume relatively consistent. I haven't had to add any water. I'm going to let the boil come up a little bit now, and I may add a little bit of water before the process is over. And then we have our final stock. Once it's ready to go, I'm going to remove all of the beef bones and the sachet de piece, and then I can strain the juices away from the vegetables. And you can see there's just these delicious caramelized, tomatoey vegetable juices left at the bottom of the bowl from the mirepoix, and we're going to scoop all that up, put that right into the stock, and mix it up. Now that's going to finish our brown stock. Now we're not done with the mirepoix. When the brown stock is completed, we're going to use this broth, the stock juice, and make a brown sauce. And the brown sauce is just like making the stock. You start with a mirepoix. You also have a sachet de piece, and you add to that the brown stock, reduce that down, and a pale roux, and the roux will make next. And the roux will allow us to thicken the stock into a sauce, and then we'll be ready to use that to braise the short ribs, which will be coming up later. So I'm going to let this go for another 2-3 hours, simmering, almost a rolling boil, and let all of the last of these flavors incorporate. Now, one more thing, I'm not adding salt to this stock. You might want to add salt if you're intending to make this for a soup, say French onion soup or another sauce, but because this process involves a lot of reduction and further refining of the sauce, I don't want to add salt at this point until the very end. I'm going to salt the beef short ribs as I brown them, and I will ultimately salt the final sauce once the braising is completed, but because there's so much reduction, I don't want to end up with an over-salted sauce, so I'm going to wait until the very end to do that, and I haven't added any salt, just the peppercorns at this point. Okay, I'll be back in a minute, and we'll make the roux, and we will complete the sauce.